Hoka, hey, Alita Army. Welcome to the Alita Livestream of November 24th, 2023. What the Alita Army has to be thankful for, where we discuss all things to do with the movie Alita Battle Angel, the source manga Gundam, and the greatly desired sequels. I am your host, the Muskogee Creek from Denver, Colorado. Our co-host is Angelus, and he's from Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. How's it going, Angelus?
Hoka, hey.
Yes, indeed, or good A. Yeah, that's a good one too. Good A and Hoka, hey. Yes. And with us from France, we have Matu. How's it going, Matu?
Salut, I'm fine, and you?
Really good, really good. And from Mentor, Ohio, we have Chaos Nova. How's it going, Chaos?
Going well.
Nice. And from the Shires in the UK, we got Blotty. How's it going, Blotty?
Good evening, guys. Pretty good. I'm trying to forget Thanksgiving is a thing because I saw that terrible horror movie called Thanksgiving a couple days ago. I'm just trying to forget the whole thing.
Yeah, well, you know what's interesting about the topic here is I didn't come up with this. Angelus did. So Ozzy comes up with an American Thanksgiving kind of topic, which is yeah,
pathetic.
Yeah, it is.
What? Reminiscing about what we're thankful about being with the leader.
And we are thankful.
I guess it's you can't really criticize it because it's such a wholesome topic and holiday, but it's like
absolutely.
Damn, of course you Americans have to be that sickly sweet about it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And
hey, it was a British convict that came up with this topic. Just remember that, bloody.
Yeah, well, that explains it, and that's why we sent you away.
Is that
Australia? That's it. Sorry.
What is that?
You had me confused for a minute.
What they say in that movie, I guess it was, what was the movie now? Quigley Down Under, that everybody in Australia was bug Irish convicts. That movie came out about 30 years ago, so that's something like that anyway.
That's not what I said. That's what the movie says.
That's what the movie says. That's right. So
I would never say that. That's offensive.
Yes, it is. And you can see there from our images on their screen there that we got plenty of ooh-woo on here, don't we, Angelus? So we got lots of ooh-woo on there. So
when's Rose's next event going to be? Because that picture's the very last one that she had.
Yeah, that was the one that came out about 3 months ago, I think. I'm not sure where that was taken. Let me go back to it. I'm not sure where that was taken.
I think it was some awards due.
Yeah.
I think Undone was up for something.
Yes. Oh boy, Rosa sure is pretty. That's for sure.
I'm loving the long hair.
Oh God,
the wild long hair look.
She is rocking that long hair. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, our queen is real pretty, which is one of the things we're going to talk about. You know, for in that regard, you know. So anyway, and of course, Lee, if he was here, he would laugh at me for not getting to this slide before I welcomed everybody on the stream. So, but anyway, welcome all. You know, so how are things in France there, Matu?
They're good. They're not much Alita content because that takes place mostly on Netflix and on USA.
Yeah.
But regarding the rest, I'd say that life is pretty good, but that may be because I live like a shut-in.
And plus, Matu has a job too. I mean, she's no longer a student; she's a professional now. So it's excellent.
Yep. Life's so hard.
Yes, yeah, I'm really happy for you too, Matu. That's pretty cool. You know, you want to tell everybody basically what you do? I mean, if you don't have to, if you don't want to. I mean,
yeah, of course. I love talking about the stuff I do. It brings me joy, and this beautiful job that allows me to sustain my addictions to various medias is 3D animation. I work for studios on various projects. I may not be able to reveal some of them because I signed some NDAs, but I work on some really nice project, and the current one is a kids show that takes place in a DC world.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you're kind of working for Warner Brothers, is that right?
Maybe not.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, DC, that's why I thought about DC. So anyway, I'm happy for you, Matu. That is great. And by the way, what I want to do too, Matu has made a. I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of you, Matu. She did a. Let me get this thing going here. I want to share my screen on this. She did a. Yeah, let's see where. No, that's not where it is. God, where is it? Well, now I can't find the damn thing. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. There it is. So let me show you what. Now this is just going to be this is like a proof. I mean, she's not done with it, but I think it is extremely cool. I sent a DM to her saying, "God, I love this."
Yeah, we need a drum roll.
Yeah,
build up the tension some more.
So, there it is right there.
Nice, love
God, that thing, that is really nice, and it is going to look super duper when she gets finished with it. But look out, God, look at that. That is, I mean, I was just tickled to see that, it's just really good, Matu. You're an excellent artist. I love both yours and Cran's artwork. It's really great,
Thank you.
Her face is so cute there as well.
Thank you. It makes me really happy that you like it. Really, thank you.
Yeah, and what Alita is lifting there is basically 320 kilograms, and she's doing.
I was going to ask how much it was. I knew you'd know exactly how much it was.
Well, I know how many kilograms. I'd have to do a quick. Let me calculate that.
No, it's actually 200.
Well,
yeah,
no,
it looks like
there
two lots of 50 on each side.
No, it looks like 3 to me. Yes,
So
3.
no.
It's
there's 4, man.
No, it's 2. It's 2. Like she's lifting 4.
4 times 50.
4 thingy of 50, right?
So
okay.
450 is 200 plus whatever the bar is.
Yeah.
The bar is 20. So well, a curl bar like that wouldn't be 20. It would be 20 kilograms. It would be 15 kilograms, I think. So I think that's what that is.
So it's 215 she's lifting.
215 kilograms, which is 474 pounds.
Is that in your range?
Man, that's way above my range.
Oh.
Yeah, I can curl. Let me see what I can curl, because I can routinely curl 105 pounds. I got to do this. I got to work this out. Yeah,
it looks incredibly easy for Alita there.
Well, let me give you an idea. I can curl 50 kilograms, and and 50 kilograms is a lot to curl. I mean, seriously, for especially somebody my age, it's a lot to curl. But that she is curling over 4 times what I curl right there. And look at the look on her face. She's smiling. Like, what is this? This is not heavy.
Easy. What do you mean this is hard, you pathetic meat boy?
Yeah, that's right. Well, she wouldn't say that to her Uncle Creek. She wouldn't do that.
No, she would be nice, and she would try to teach you how to do it.
Yeah, that's right. She would
replace your entire body with a machine.
Well, what I would do to help make that happen is I'd have plenty of chocolate milk in my bar.
Oh yeah, that would really help.
That would be
always good to help any Alita situation to have chocolate milk on hand.
Yeah, that's right. So, but anyway, Matu, I hope I didn't embarrass you too much here, because
no, not at all.
This is exquisite.
I'm honestly really happy.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I've seen that.
Yes,
I'm glad to see it, Matu.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. I really love it. And when she finishes it, oh man, you know what I'm gonna do? Just like I got Cran's artwork up in here, up in my gym. I'll frame it and put it up in my gym. So that way, it's going to be great. When she finishes it and sends it to me, don't forget to sign it too, Matu. Make sure you do that.
I never forget. Don't worry.
So anyway, we'll show it again when she finishes it. So, but it's going to be cool. That's for sure.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm just being distracted for a second by, I Googled my cinema that I was at. And I've just randomly read the questions and answers. It says, can I bring my fursuit and my body pillow with me? And the answer is, it's encouraged. That's just on the Google page of my cinema. I just read that and had a double take. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. By the way, I'm putting one of Chaos's showcase in the chat if anybody wants to go look at it. You know, there it is in the chat.
I don't have my usual ranting in that video this time. I just need to get a replacement for the microphone.
I
was fixing up my office today.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, check this out. And
so if there's no dialogue in there, that's why.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, how are things in Mentor, Ohio, Chaos? What's happening in your neck of the woods?
It's frosty. I mean, you're up north near the Great Lakes, so
yeah, that's right.
How it goes.
Yeah,
it's
did you guys get
it was in the Midwest? That's for sure.
Well, did you guys get any snow? Because we got like 6 inches of snow here in Denver. So
yeah, we got some too. It didn't last a long time, but it's frost season now. So
yeah, that's right.
It's not summer anymore.
Yes.
There's supposedly some snow coming our way as well, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
They always say that this time of year, and then it never happens.
Does it not snow in England?
Not as much as not properly. We've had like 1 or 2 days of snow, and then they just like instantly change to wet. That's just how things go in this country.
Wow, you would think being further north than a lot of even Colorado, you would think you would get a lot of snow.
Yeah, you think we'd have a few nice snow days, but no.
The almanac is warning for people on the coasts that because we had an El Nino last year apparently that I didn't know about, so there might be a local bounce back for this year. People, on the east or west coast might be getting more frost and snow.
So anyway, yeah, we got the snow. So it's snow. I don't
obviously
mind.
When you're a little more inland, it doesn't quite affect you as much, but that's the warning. So
well, the problem with snow, it's not the snow so much unless you get a lot of it. It's if you get snow like around freezing and it goes above freezing and starts melting, you get a lot of ice, and it makes it treacherous driving. Because I was driving today, my brother and I were going to brunch like we do a lot of times, and we were meeting some family members over at a really popular breakfast and lunch place, and we was driving right in our neighborhood right here, subdivision. We drove and car started swimming, so I was hit a patch of ice, so but it wasn't a big a deal. I mean, it's not unusual for that to happen a little bit, so looks like David Watson says, go ahead.
It's definitely gotten a lot colder. Last place was just giving his weather report in the UK as well.
Yeah. Anyway, last place, who is, I guess, formerly David, I guess, is who that was, who that is. But anyway, David Watson. I didn't know you, last place, I didn't know you lived in Nottingham. That's cool. I've been to Nottingham. I love it. Of course, as a typical tourist there in England, I went to Stratford-on-Avon and all that stuff, so Nottingham was one of the places I also went to. So.
Oh, I like their avatar picture. It's an Alita figure. I'm pretty sure. I've just zoomed in loads on my tablet.
Oh, okay.
So you might not be able to see, but I rate the icon.
Oh, by the way, I guess Vlotty, I remember a couple of weeks ago we were having trouble. Your tablet was, echoing. It wasn't. It wasn't StreamYard. It was Google Chrome that had the problem.
Yeah, but there was a pop-up about it. So yeah. I'm still not using Chrome. Did they fix it?
Yeah, they fixed it because I'm on Chrome
right
now, so it's not.
So I can go back to Chrome. Okay, that's good to know for next time.
Yeah, that's right. So they fixed it and sent out a release, a new release of Chrome. So, how are things in the Shires there, Vlotty?
Yeah, things aren't bad at all. I just got back to the Shires. I was back in Isengard for a few days, back down in London, and I just come back today. So just relaxing.
You live in that Shire, huh?
Yeah, I live in the Shires. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But Isengard is constantly spreading. Like,
yes, it is.
Farm fields getting built on everywhere.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And Angelus, how are things down under?
Nice and quiet. First of a few days off.
Oh, nice.
So a long weekend.
That's right. You're on 3 and off 3, aren't you? Or something like that. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Guess who we have? The Pope of the Alita
You're imagining
Army.
Things. You're imagining things.
It doesn't sound like
built that up so much, Creaky.
It's not the Pope of Alita Army. It's a scammer.
Yeah, the Alita Pope is one.
I'm so amazing. I even scammed myself.
Oh, that's right. So anyway, Maxie, damn, it's good to have you on board, man.
Yeah, well, the weather's crap and the missus decided to stay in bed, so I actually got some time to myself.
Yeah, we were a little worried about you last Saturday, when you were sick, because, holy crap, I hope something bad didn't happen to Maxie, I mean.
No, it was just one of those, if I move, I might throw up, so I better stay put kind of things.
One of those.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So anyway, Maxie, how are things down there in New South Wales?
Well, wet. It's raining, which I'm surprised about because we're supposed to have El Nino, and it's not supposed to rain so much, but it didn't get the memo, so it's raining.
Does all that rain bring out them goddamn spiders that bite people and stuff?
It can, yeah. But
but not in this case, I guess.
Brings out the leeches too.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, they fall. They climb up into the gum trees and then they drop on you. The bastards.
Oh, damn, that's worse. Oh, I'd hate that worse than spiders, I think. Yeah, I don't like spiders. I hate them. I see a spider in the house, it's dead immediately.
You just need a few little Alitas to fight off the spiders in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Just get them.
My son's much the same, but he screams and runs. He doesn't.
Oh, I don't do that. I kill the little bastards. That's what I do. And now, if they're outside, I don't mess with them, because they have every right to live like we do as other creatures. But if they're inside, no, I'm not going to let them do that. If
they invade your territory, they're toast.
That's right. Now, you know what my brother does? He catches them and puts them outside. And I said, man. But that's what he does. So anyway, I guess he's a little more, how would you say, docile than I am toward creatures, I guess, of that ilk.
No, so, Harry, your place is out there. My place is in here.
That's right.
Boundaries.
Yes, that's right.
We name our spiders.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Harry, Bob, Mark.
Yeah, they just live with you forever as pets. Classic Australians.
Well, we got a couple of hairy spiders around here. One of them would be like what we call a wolf spider, and they're a big spider. They're venomous, but they're not poisonous. I mean, they bite you. Certainly, it's not going to feel good, but they, and they're not particularly aggressive. I mean, a lot of spiders can be aggressive, and then of course we don't have them here, but we got the tarantulas. That's they're pretty docile, tarantulas are. They're nothing like, say, a funnel web or a black widow or something like that.
They've got the fluffy uru tarantulas, but you think they're so fluffy.
Yeah.
Eight arms to hold you near my heart, eh?
I suppose. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, we got another thing here from Chaos, you guys, if you want to go check that out. There it is.
Ooh.
So yeah,
nice video game.
Might have to check that out.
Yes,
we
indeed.
Need an HD remaster of that.
Yes. Yeah, I might could download that and see what I could do with it. Or actually, Chaos, you'd probably could do a better job on that than I would. But since you already have probably have the project files and stuff like that on it. But okay. So anyway, guys, I guess that's it. Before we get to the main topic, I just want to get to tell everybody about the Alita sequel petition here, and certainly that's going to be, I think we added 5 over the last week. I mean, that's not a whole bunch, but it is moving along. It's still still collecting a few every week, so if you haven't signed the petition, especially you future people that are going to watch this after the stream, if you haven't signed this petition, certainly click on the link that you will see in the description down below. Click on that and go sign the petition and help us let Disney know that we want that sequel, damn it. And that's kind of the way we work on that one. So also, we got the Hero Arm campaign going on, and the Creek put $99 in there today, so it's up to $23.72. Now, I think if you click on it right now, it still says the $22.73 because it takes time for the bank to get money there and all that stuff. So, but I did put the money in today, and we, Vladi and I are going to put money in every month. Yeah, and because we want all of us in the Elite Army certainly want some deserving person that's not as fortunate as us to get a bionic hand if they need one, So, by the way,
did you see Tilly was at another Disney thing? And I think she was doing another arm presentation as well.
Yes, so. I saw that. Yes, Tilly. Yeah, Tilly is really turning into a really beautiful young lady, isn't she?
Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah, she is, man. She's great, man. I'd love her to come back on another Radio Chaos stream. That'd be pretty cool if we could.
For sure, she definitely will eventually. We just need obviously some like official news to happen and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's a couple of shorts on YouTube about someone who got their new Hero Arm. So I'll include them in the next episode for the showcase.
Okay,
Ooh,
cool. Yes,
cool.
Yeah,
I need to check them out.
So if no amount's too small, if it's only $1, £1, £1, €1, whatever it is, one credit, but no amount's too small. And if you can't afford it, don't knock yourself out and hurt yourself. If you see a tweet, of this promoting the Hero Arm campaign, just retweet it, and you've done your part. So, and we'll be happy with that. So also below, in addition to this link right here, if you find that a little too intimidating, which some people do, sometimes they get onto a GoFundMe site or some other site where there's donations going on. They find a little much to it. We also have a tip jar down there, and you can click on that, and that's just 2 clicks. And the amount of money is not there is not a big deal either. They have like 3 options, and you can pick the least one if you want. And I think they got another option if you really want to go big, but no amount's too small, as we say. Also, one other thing, and we're going to bring this, of course, we bring up these past 3 things we just did here on Radio Chaos as well. We are going to have another mass tweet, but we're going to really take our time on this. Right now is not the time to do it. We certainly want to make sure things get lined up right. We want the Alita Army admins to be involved too, and really promote this tweet. And what I'm saying for you guys to do is to just kind of stay tuned, as it says there. Keep a weather eye out for this, and get ready to start tweeting the crap out of it. Once you see this. We don't have a date yet, so nothing. You don't have to worry about keeping. Planning out any kind of time when you're going to be on Twitter, or as Vladi hates to call it, X, and just be ready to, once it does come out, we announce it. We're going to say, we'll say on so-and-so date, we're going to start this mass tweet, so just be looking out for that announcement, and then you can look out for what day, we're going to do the mass tweet.
Well, nobody wants to talk about Rex.
I'm sorry?
Nobody wants to talk about their ex.
Nah.
Yeah, such a stupid name.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of exes, so one of them's better than the other. I got more than a couple of exes, actually. Well, let's don't go there. Let's go right into the topic. So
just before you hit the topic, is anybody else having fun with Black Friday?
Yes, we went to the mall today. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, Maxie. Oh my God, yes. There's a guy in the mall here not too far from my house, and he owns this little business, or there's actually 2 of them. They own this business called Anime World. And I went up to him. I saw him today because we've been trying to get in touch with him. And I saw him today. I said, look, I'm going to buy a Hot Toys Alita, bring it down here and I want you to try to sell it. And he said, absolutely, I'll do it. So I'm going to, this weekend, I'm going to order a Hot Toys Alita. When I get it, I want to take it to him and he's going to sell it. We're going to get reimbursed for our money, of course, and we're going to get part of the profit. So that will go into the Hero Arm thing as well. So
doing God's work, though. God's work.
That's right. That's right. And if it sells well, the first time, if that Hot Toys Alita sells, we're going to buy 2 of them next time, and then go from there. And just to let you know how he does, he had a piece in there today. He was telling me, or one of his employees was telling me, they had a piece in there that was $500, and this guy came in to buy it, and the owner gave him a $100 discount. And because he did that, the guy that bought it and his wife, they bought like $200 or $300 more stuff out of his store, So he's selling. It's not just toys for kids. I mean, he's got some of that in there for sure, but there's collector's items in there. There's like stuff from Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball Z and stuff like this. I mean, he's got what's that one, Jujutsu something or other? I can't remember now.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah,
that's right. He has some of that in there too, and he's got a whole bunch of other stuff. He's got plushies in there. He's got, he's planning on opening up a little section and put manga in there. And when he does that, then I'm going to start after him about selling.
You better.
you better. Yeah, absolutely.
He needs to have it, the whole shelf stocked with all 19 volumes of Last Order and the 9 volumes of the original. And
well, he could either get the Viz version of the original, or he could get the box
9 volumes of Mars Chronicles.
Yes.
Thank you. That was the next question I had.
Yes. So
you need to keep working him until he eventually lets you turn it into an Alita museum.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's not going to do that. But he's all in though. He's all in on buying selling Alita stuff, because it was funny. I was talking to one of his employees here a few days ago, and I told him, I said to this guy, his name's James. I said, I'm trying to get Ali and Riley to get this Alita stuff. Can you tell me? He said, oh yeah, I said something about Alita to him. He said, was this Gary? And he said, yeah. so they know that I'm trying to, So anyway, but he was all in. He said, oh, absolutely, I want to sell that, and he knows what it is. So I think it's a good thing. I think we got an opportunity there to get the word out on Alita just from that anime store. And he has got a really great store. It's on like a corner of the mall. It won, not on inside, and he's also just outside there. He's got a t-shirt, kind of a kiosk where they make t-shirts. So he's the guy that actually did the 5 Alita Army t-shirts that we took down to Comic-Con. So, so he knows about Alita, that's for sure. Of course, how would he not know if he knows me? So,
I wish at that Comic-Con you would have recorded like a Reservoir Dogs style video where you're walking down the street in your Alita Army shirts.
Yeah, that was
a chance there.
Yeah, well, I did, and plus we kind of split up. Some of us. What we did do though is we did get a shot. Now, one of the guys ran off. I think he had to go to the restroom or something, but one of them ran off. But there was 4 of us that we got a couple of
he
shots.
Just ran off and never came back.
Well, no, he came back, but I mean, we had already moved on. But we did get a shot, and I think you guys saw it. We got a shot with Derek Mears.
Yeah,
and,
that was nice.
And Derek Mears, man, he is a great guy. He talked to us probably a little longer than he probably should have, because there was a lot of fans that wanted to talk to him.
Looks like he's got us.
That's exactly what I said. That's what I said when I walked up to him, and he saw us coming. He said, "Oh, it's the Alita Army." That's what he said. And I said, "Oh,
did he really say that?
Looks like cool. He's got us." And he laughed.
Nice.
It was really neat, So
how do you react to that?
He loved it, and I quoted that other one. Thanks for bringing the girl. That's going to save us some time. He loved that one too.
Yeah. You should have got him to say, "We want an Alita sequel" in that voice.
Yeah, we could have. I didn't think about it. Yes,
you should have thrown out your hand for a handshake and go, "Nice shot." Meat Boy.
Meat Boy. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. And he was really a great guy.
The guy's got 3 lines, but they're 3 really good lines.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's right. Well, he had another line too. You remember he told Nisiana, you can have the girl. He's mine. You can have the girl. So he had 4 lines, but that's pretty good. I mean, seriously. So, but he was a great guy. We had spend a little more time with us than he probably should have, because of the other fans there, but we got 2 really great pictures with him, so, and that was pretty cool. So I really enjoyed meeting him. I tried to get him to come on the Radio Chaos stream as a guest, and he said, well, and at that point in time, of course, the actor strike was on, and he has to clear everything through his agent for sure. He said, oh, I'd love to do that, but he said, I got the strike, and we got some other stuff, And I said, well, no problem. Here's my email address. I gave him that, so who knows? One day I might get an email from Derek Mears saying, hey, is that offer to come on the Radio Chaos stream still up? And I'd say, absolutely it is. Yes. So anyway, he's got my email, so we'll see,
Hopefully.
You could send him a friendly reminder in maybe after the sequels are announced.
Well, I didn't get his email. I just gave him mine.
Oh, so, right, of course.
Yeah.
There was no exchange of emails.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't exchange. Now I can get to his I say I can get to his agents. I can't get to Rose's agents, or can't get by them. Let me say that. I can get to them. I just can't get by them.
She's an enigma, is Rose Alita.
Rose Alita. Yeah. Yeah, our queen, boy. She is really
very
pretty.
Elusive.
Yes.
Mysterious woman.
Well, I think they screen all that stuff too, and they catch any scent of a fan, or something on these letters, they're going to just probably toss it, so
yeah,
it's unfortunate, but anyway, that's we're still trying. I know Tony sent a letter, and I sent an email to Rose's publicist, and because we want to do everything, through her official channels. I mean, there is a public, I guess there's a YouTube, not YouTube, there's a Facebook page of
That's nothing to do with her.
Well, there is a public figure account though, and that has to be verified. So that might be something, but it's not her, it's probably an agent or something like that that's managing it, so I might try sending a DM to them or something like that, so
it's like throwing paper planes up to Zalem, trying to reach people like that. It's just never going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Unless it becomes part of a marketable thing to do with the sequels, then I think that we could have some engagement. But
well, if Creaky could ever win $1 billion, then maybe I can have some muscle there, I don't mean muscle, I mean money muscle. So, if I could do that. But anyway, that's probably not going to happen either. So there you have it. So.
You can do a lot with $1 billion, Creaky.
Yeah, you can. I wouldn't know though. So, all right. Well, anyway, enough rambling on and listen to the creek run his damn mouth. So here we go. Okay. So, we've, I think a lot of us have kind of been, and I fall into this trap, we fall into the trap of being discouraged about, not getting the sequel yet. And I know some of you guys have been trying to do this for 4 years. I've been trying to do it for 3 years. And, it can be discouraging for sure, because, the movie was such a beautiful movie, and it's just like it just got trashed for no particular reason, just because, we don't like cyberpunk. We don't like these actors or something like this, whatever it is, it's just a bunch of bullshit's what it is. And and I know I fall into this trap as well, but something, we do have some things to be thankful for. And like, for instance, that first bullet, Rosa is a really, really pretty lady. I mean, and it's not just that she's a pretty lady, which she very much is. Angelus would agree with me on this. But, you know, she's also a great actress, you know, or maxi actor. And, you know, we were extremely fortunate to get her to play Alita, you know, I mean, to have her as playing Alita, because she really knocked it out of the park. I mean, in baseball, or I guess in cricket terms, she hit for a 6 on that one. So, you know, so we're really lucky to have her. You know, there were some other actresses that tried out for it, and they would have probably done a fair job, you know, no doubt about it, because they're all accomplished, particularly Zendaya. But I think Rosa she was a natural. She is Alita, you know, so that worked out for us.
I'm extremely thankful Rosa ended up as Alita and not Zendaya, or who were the other ones?
Yeah, the other 2, yeah, I can't remember now. There were 4 of them total, counting
They
Rosa.
were not pleasant. Rosa's by far the best.
Micah Monroe was
yeah, she would have been okay too, I think. But to say they're okay, and even to say they're good, I think is not as good as Rosa. I think Rosa was extraordinarily good. She was great at doing it. I mean, even just from her mannerisms, her facial expressions, even the little twitches she would have in her face when she'd say something.
Yeah, she just conveys she conveys emotions so beautifully.
Yes.
There's just something about her face.
Yes.
And she sells it so authentically because she's such a good actress.
Yes, she is. No doubt about
it. But they put that in Alita, and it just completely makes it shine.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely thankful we have Rosa. Oh,
I am too. Rosa's our queen, man. She's as I say every week at the end of this stream, Rosa is #1 in my book. That's for sure, you know.
I hope she had a nice Thanksgiving, whatever she was up to.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just putting some of these comments up there. That's funny. David Watson changed his name to Last Place. That's pretty good. You're not last place, David. You're actually first
that's
place.
David Watson.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Well, because he had a chat, you know, entry in the chat up there that says this is Last Place, formerly David Watson or something. It's up there somewhere. So, so anyway,
extremely sad time for everyone. Pretty much like a shameful time for like people in the film media.
Yeah, it was. And not like I say, I didn't come into that one initially. If I'd have seen Alita in the movies at the beginning in 2019, I could say that I would have been in the Alita Army for 4 years. But better late than never, as they would say, you know.
You made up for it with your efforts, Creaky.
Well, I hope so. You know,
the amount of content that you pump out.
Well, yeah, maybe. But, you know, I still have regrets that my first reaction when I saw the trailers, I don't want to see a teenage girl beating up on cyborgs and androids and shit, you know. And then I saw it and I went, oh my God, I could have been so fucking stupid. Something like that, you know. But anyway,
you did make up for that at least.
Well, hopefully.
You should just blame the rest of Hollywood, because most of those CGI movies just don't have much about them. So
yeah,
I blame Hollywood for that. Like, people, if Hollywood wasn't so shit, more people would have given Alita a chance as well.
I think so. Yeah, because there was some of that Alita inherited by osmosis, wasn't it? I mean, and then of course the COVID pandemic didn't help the year following, so you know that didn't help at all. So you know, I guess it was what it was. So Mattu, you and I were talking pre-stream about there not being much Alita content in France. Is that true?
Well, I did not witness any recently. I mean, I'm not really that active anymore in the fandom, and even less in French fandoms.
Okay.
So I really wouldn't know.
Okay.
I mean, the only person who could answer that would be we were talking about it earlier, my ex, because he was like, I think I've never met anyone that was as fun as Alita and Gun as him. Like, he is like the incarnation of the hardcore fan.
Mm-hmm. You still talk to your ex? I don't talk to mine very often. I eat none of them.
Oh no, I don't talk to mine anymore either. We had some kind of disagreements.
Yeah.
Did he not like Pilar either?
Oh, my
Or
ex is
Zex, you mean?
my ex is I know he was on stream like maybe 2 years ago. He's the one with the giant big ass collection.
Ah. Oh, is he the one you told that you love Zex more than him, or what? Is that is that the way that worked?
He wasn't having that.
No, I don't. I don't remember saying that.
Okay, I'm teasing on that, Matu.
Anyway, well, I love Pilar more than I love Zex now. Anyway, so
yeah, okay. So anyway, oh, go ahead, Angelus.
Oh, that's right. I forget what I was going to say.
Zex has gone off the boil, has he?
What?
Zex has gone off the boil.
No, it will always be my baby, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a pretty badass baby, if you ask me.
Yes, but he's a baby.
Yeah, he's only 2 years old, so I guess you're right about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they say the terrible twos. He's like the epitome of that.
Oh, absolutely, he is. Yeah, he wanting to fight Alita. That's funny. Yeah, that fight wouldn't last long, would it? So any other comments about why we should be thankful that we have our beautiful queen Rosa as you know, as Alita? Anybody got any thoughts about that?
Because she's just a class act, as well as being incredibly beautiful.
Yes.
And because she's been fighting so hard for the Alita sequels.
Yes. Yeah, what was she said at WonderCon? Go ahead, Angelus.
She said so many nice things.
I can't see anyone else being dedicated not just to Alita specifically, but their craft in general.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're like professional, like just going off the ones that auditioned for Alita and made it to the final round.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see any of the others, while being great actresses, I can't see any of the others being as dedicated to the IP, to the fan. They're just like show up, do the job, and do it well, but
yeah,
just not have the heart for it. And I think that's what made the Alita movie specifically so good, because it had heart. It obviously had the story through Cameron's script, and now it had the translation from paper to screen through Rosa.
Yes. So. Yeah, you know, and I guess Rosa knows who we are. I mean, you know, she gives us shout outs. You know, I think Rosa loves us. You know, I mean, she does. I mean, how could you not love us? Because we're trying to get her the sequel, and we love her. That's for sure. So this is a two-way street. You know, so I think that works out pretty well. You know, so she is connected with a fandom like that. You know, how she gives us shout outs like she did at WonderCon. You know, that was supposed to be all about
the next one.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting withdrawals. Every 6 months, I'll just die if I don't get some kind of shout out from Rosa.
Yeah, or just hear anything from Rosa for that matter, you know. Yeah. So, you know, get her on an interview or something like that, you know. God, Maxie, wouldn't that be great, you and Angelus, if we could get Rosa on Radio Chaos? God almighty, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, that's like the peak of Everest, dude. And we're like ants.
Yeah, that's right. We're like amoeba.
Peak of Everest, more like peak of Jeru
or Mars. Something like that, you know, on the top of Olympus Mons.
It all works.
Yes.
Now, Mars would probably be like having a few select of us being invited to a world premiere of Alita 3. So
yeah. Well, one thing we probably should do is the Alita Army, once the green light is given, you know, to the movie, which I think it will be. I think this is inevitable, as I guess as Agent Smith would say, you know. But you know, I think once that happens, we ought to really push you push. Oh, we lost Chaos. We ought to push for some kind of get together in Austin, Texas, where they do that. They'll probably have the Kansas bar. It's probably still there actually, but have the Kansas bar, and have us, all there or something like that. That'd be super duper, if we do that. So anyway,
just be prepared, because I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way that anyone's going to drink us Aussies under the table.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try that.
Same. I'd rather stay alive for
Yes.
the evening.
Death to false livers.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you guys a story. When I went to Germany that one time, that there was a friend of mine. He was a regular there at the guest house where I was staying, and he had I guess the title of the champion drinker, at the guest house, and I went to my then girlfriend and I went to Germany with a couple other friends of ours, and the word had got out that at this point I was brewing my own beer, so I mean I could make a pretty potent beer, so the word got out that hey, Gary here, he brews his own beer. We ought to see if he can outdrink this guy named Shuri, and
Oh dear.
so anyway,
you got matched up in a title fight.
yeah, I did. Well, here's what happened. Let me tell you. I'll tell you what happened. I don't mean to get too far off the topic here, but it kind of went this way because we were there for like 3 weeks, I think, something like that, maybe even a month. We were there that long, and a week or so went by, and the word was out, but it was no serious challenge either way. So one night we were in the guest house, and we just sitting there, my girlfriend and I and my other two friends and Shuri and some of the others at the Stammtisch, the regulars table. And Shuri looks at me, and in German, he says, Gary, I bet you think you can outdrink me. And I said, well, I don't know, Shuri, if I can outdrink you, but I could sure give you a run for your money.
Did you say that back in German?
Yes. Yeah, I said that back in German. Well, something similar, So anyway, he said, okay, it's on, So anyway, we started drinking, and we both, he drank the first one, and I drank the next one, stuff like that. And they were like half-liter glasses. And, he drank his 9th one, and I drank my 9th one. He drank his 10th one, and I drank my 10th one. He drank his 11th one, and I started to get 11th one, and then my girlfriend started giving me this look.
Maybe
I
your
said,
face was starting to sag.
She could be, but she kind of give me that. Well, Maxie, you probably know this look. Gives you that look like you better not, kind of thing. And I just said, okay, sure, you win. So anyway, he put his arm around me. He said, Gary, you're a great guy. And he, when I went upstairs, because we were staying at the guest house, and basically after a while I passed out. I was knocked out, and he walked home, and people said he was almost like he was bouncing off of the buildings. So it was a really, really interesting little encounter, I guess they would say. So anyway, let's get back to the real topic here, and not Gary V's drinking stories. Or Creek's drinking stories. So anyway, I guess being thankful that we have such a great lady, playing Alita. That's something we all ought to be happy about, and I think we all are happy about that. We do have a beautiful but badass waifu. I mean, Alita. She is cute. You got that woo, but man, you screw with her, and you're in for a bad time.
Yeah, and Rosa seems to have that personality as well.
Yes, she can pull that off very well.
She's just perfect match for Alita.
Yes, she was. And and that's, I think we've talked about this on other streams, on both this one and Radio Chaos, about people underestimating Alita because she looks just like a little girl, and once that, like Zapan, Zapan thought, I'm gonna just pull your arms and legs off and roll your head around the street, Yeah, you ain't even going to come close to that. Not even near that, you know. And of course, we all know what happened after that, you know, because Alita is one badass cyborg, you know. And of course, she fought Zapan, you know, in that it wasn't much of a fight, really. It wasn't even a fight, but, you know, she was in her doll body and did that. But in her berserker body, Zapan wouldn't have had a chance. And you could see that when she, you know, was killing him, you know, when he was after Hugo, you know, how she just pushed him back up against the wall and kicked him and he flew 15 feet, you know. I mean, it was, I mean, that you know, Alita has really got the ooh-woo going, but God almighty, she's bad news if you're her opponent, you know. So
well, I mean, to be fair, I guess she did have a running start, because obviously she would have been racing to get to the church, and obviously by the time she got there or got to the outskirts of the bottom of the steps area or foyer, whatever you want to call it, she saw him raising his sword, Hugo on the ground, but didn't know the events leading up to it. So her mind could only had a split second to assess and react.
Yeah.
And then she would have like not stopped in her stride and continued the momentum in like along with the kick.
Well, she was stopped though when she threw that side kick and hit him with that. She stopped because remember he looked at her and she looked at him, and then she threw that flat side kick at him.
That was from a standing position.
Yeah, it wasn't. She didn't have momentum.
Good point. Yeah,
she grabbed his arm at the start when she was running into him.
Yeah,
but after that, Alita Berserker Alita could easily smack Zapan right up.
Oh, she'd slap him around like he was a bad habit. You know, I mean, as they say down south, she'd beat him like a government mule.
he'd be begging her for mercy.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, because she is that badass. So, you know, and of course, we all know that Alita is Angelus's waifu. So, well, she's all of our waifu, isn't she? All of us consider her our waifu to some degree, except for the Creek. The Creek, Alita is his niece. So, you know, I kind of do the screening for the potential suitors, you know, which I don't really have to do because she can do that herself. Oh boy. So anyway,
I don't think you can say everyone sees Alita a bit as their waifu.
Yeah, that's probably true, Vladdy.
That's not accurate.
It's probably not, but I do think everybody sees Alita as having uwu, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a true statement. You know,
but everyone has a slightly different relationship with Alita.
I think so. Yeah.
But the thing that's all the same is it's an extremely close relationship.
Yes. Well, the Alita Army, you know, there's that meme that's going around with that soldier that has Alita Army and he's standing between Alita and all this fire coming in. I really love that because that's true, isn't it? I mean, we see somebody badmouth Alita on social media and we're on them. So that's not going to happen anymore.
In a friendly way.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want to be negative. We want to be positive, but
we barely ever jump on critics, really.
No, we don't. You know, I mean, not in an aggressive way. You know, I mean, not like.
Often we'll just ignore the negative ones. We normally just interact with the positive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking of a different one where it was like a medieval art, and it had a knight protecting Alita as all the crowd were booing her.
But you know, here's the funny thing about that. You know, Alita can protect herself, but we're going to go ahead and take on that moniker. You know, we'll go ahead and protect her.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rosa and Cameron probably would have got the sequel anyway, but you know, we're just there to back them up. But you know, in all seriousness, I'm not sure they could have done. I think they needed the fan pressure as well.
Yeah, I think so. You know, particularly we got over 178,000 signatures on that petition. I think that speaks volumes there.
The main thing is just to have a public presence of a fandom online. Yeah,
that's why Rosa gives us the shout outs for sure. You know,
she gave us the Oscar for the best fandom, didn't she, in 2020?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Oh, I've got to keep that award on my wall.
Feels weird that we have an Oscar and she doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
She could
Well,
actually give us one now. She's a member, so
yeah.
maybe she can put in a request for a new category, best fandom.
Oh, you just gave
I
me a
bet-
great idea, Vladi. Why don't
Yeah.
we petition the Academy for Oscar for the best fandom?
We could try, but I'm not sure that I think they've stopped taking my calls.
Oh, I wonder why.
Shocking revelation.
Yeah,
Brady.
I'm not
Never
sure we're
would have
gonna take that
expected it
one.
in a million years.
They'll be thinking, who is this bloody character? We'll just look him up on social media.
And
Yeah.
oh my god,
It's all
The
fair
other thing-
criticism. They deserve it. It's
Yes.
obviously a joke that Alita
Oh, they
wasn't.
do. They do. But
well, it's
So-
not. Well, Vladi, in your defense, I would say it's not what you're telling him is not inappropriate criticism.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think you're saying anything inappropriate to him. You know.
No,
But,
just saying facts. Just facts.
Yeah.
let me say the inappropriate things. I'm much better at it.
Yeah, because you're the Pope. The Pope
That's
can
right.
say those things.
Yeah. Really?
Are you
Cool.
Maxie? Are you the Pope because you've read the manga 14 times? Or are you,
Yes.
that's kind of like
Apparently so.
yeah. That's kind of like a priest or a bishop or something that has read the Bible a bunch of times, and they are kind of subject matter experts. If you want to think of it, Oh boy.
I think Kishiro's epic is longer than the Bible, actually. So
I think it is too.
more work.
give us our daily manga.
Yeah.
Forgive us our sins, as we
In the beginning,
Disney.
there was no Alita, and all was dark and void in anime and manga land. Something like this.
Yeah.
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
So
The only
anyway,
way for me to get rid of my original sin is to finish the manga.
yes, that's right, Bloody. You need to do that. Now, I'm not going to harp on you too much because I've only read the manga once. But I have read all the manga except for Volume 9. I still got to do it. I meant to take it with me to North Carolina last week, but I forgot it. I left it on my display. So Okay, so anyway, we all agree that we got a beautiful and badass waifu, or if she's not a waifu to you, at least you agree she's got uwu, but she's still a badass. I think we all agree on that. So another thing that we think of the content we have to work with. We got a great anime, we got a superior movie, and just look at all the content we have in that manga. I mean, my God. I mean, we just mentioned it. You got how many volumes of Last Order, how many volumes of the, 9 volumes of the Mars Chronicles, and depending on which translation you're looking at, whether it's the Viz or the box set, you got a bunch of, volumes in that too. The box set's 4 volumes, but, it's still got all the original volumes that Kishiro had. But look at all of that we have. I mean, I'm not saying we should be happy with that. We don't get a sequel, we should be happy. No, I don't say that. We want that damn sequel. We want it. Give it to us, damn it. That's the way I feel about it. But I am very happy that we do have so much that we can read, we can enjoy, we can watch, like the anime. I mean, I've seen the anime 3 times, that's more than I've seen some movies. So for sure, I mean, we do have a lot there, and we can entertain ourselves with. So anyway, what's your thoughts on that, Maxie? Since you're the Pope and you've read the manga 14 times.
Well, I mean, there are other mangas that are longer, but I don't think as much care has been put into them as has been put into this one.
Yeah,
it is special in its own way. So yeah. I mean, if you're one of those people that can't deal with having hints about what might be in the next movie, fair enough, don't read it. But really, it's a completely different experience from the movie. And obviously the movie's going off in a different direction. with some of the changes that have been made. So you're not going to get a panel by panel retelling, which would be boring.
Yeah.
They're similar stories written around the same character. So you can, read the manga and still enjoy the movie, because I'm evidence of that, because I thought the movie was fantastic the first and every other time I've seen it. So
I don't say this to also similar to Creaky. I don't say this to bag Vladdy, but or anyone else for that matter. But to expand on Maxi's words, another fun thing that I like to do is we all agree that they've translated the source material faithfully while still telling their own story, their own version.
Yes.
I like to say that, how many reiterations of Romeo versus Romeo and Juliet are there?
Yeah.
Macbeth, like all the Shakespeare plays, like, and that shit's like 400 years old. That shit's older than Alita. So
yeah,
go figure. But yeah, not just because of language barriers, societal norms and stuff like that. Sometimes it just gets translated just so it's an easier story for us to become invested in and to watch. Like, what would have been, we thought, well, that would never happen like in today's day and age. Well, no shit, because it happened 400 years ago, or however long Shakespeare was. But the fact that his work is like, is still being studied and taught in schools today. Well, fucking there you go. There's, Exhibit A. But I also encourage people to read the manga, because another fun thing I like to do that I started off with is, I wonder if this particular scene is going to be in the movie or this scene. And one example of that is the arm wrestle scene between Joshua and Alita. That's just like a couple of pages in the entire arc. But, obviously Cameron drew from that because, well, technically part of it was in the movie, in the holding out the heart, in a different context. But,
he might just do an arm wrestling scene without the heart coming out. They've already done the heart.
Yeah, they've already done the heart thing. That's right.
Yeah. They've definitely got to do an arm wrestling match. That would be so cool.
Oh, absolutely. They
Alita being really like sassy with Jashigan, but acting all confident, maybe.
Well,
maybe she'll be really starstruck.
It's funny that you mentioned that word sassy, because that's one of the things I like about Rosa.
She's so cheeky. Got a cheeky sense of humor.
Well, the thing of it is, though, there's photos of her on the internet where she's being sassy, giving somebody the finger.
Oh yeah, we love that.
I just love that shit, boy. I just think it's great. By the way, Channel just joined us. Hey, Channel from Poland, how's it going?
Hey, Channel.
Hi.
So we're glad to have you on, Channel. How are
we
things?
We were talking sassy Rosa and sassy Alita.
Yeah, and Channel shows up. So there you have it. That's good.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago that we had a video of Rosa riding someone, as in riding on their back like a
riding
on a pony?
True.
Yeah.
What was that? One of the stage hands, or not stage hands? One of the
I don't know.
It
could have been a fellow cast member. I'm not sure. Someone from like the Maze Runner set or something.
Or it could have been a PA or a grip or somebody. So
I'm happy to report that tweet made it to 99 likes, so she's definitely ready for a sequel.
Well, I'm sure any guy in the Alita Army would have happily obliged Rosa to have that. They would offer her a ride like that as well, I think. So
last place. It's so silly, isn't it? Like Alita's such a marketable character because she's like really beautiful and she's got all these different cyborg bodies that you could sell loads of like toys and figures for. But I don't know, Disney just seem to have some kind of grudge against Alita.
I said it twice and I say it again. Grawishka doll with functioning ride cutters.
Oh god.
Yes.
And
how functioning? Like,
well, not after she fixed him up at the end of the movie. They weren't functional.
Oh, that'll be a great statue. Alita just having cut through Gruishka.
And also a doll that you can split down the middle, as in it disassembles partially, but not everything disassembles, just the parts that fall apart during the movie disassemble. And also with the Alita dolls, just sell the separate, have maybe a set where it's 2 bodies and only 1 core, so you can switch it between them. Although now that would probably be kind of like like almost selling 2 dolls, but not quite. So you'd have to buy the set separately. So no, that would be kind of cheap marketing. But I still stand by the idea of a disassemblable Grawishka doll with functional grind cutters in the children's aisle.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
well, one thing about the Prime 1 statue is that you get like a Alita that has different arms. You know, one's holding I guess the sword one way, another one's holding it another way, and you just take the arm out. But it's not like the Hot Toys. It's like it's more compartmented. You know,
it's a statue rather than a figure.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So
you can replace arms, but you can't pose specifically. You've only got 3 options.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, for sure.
It's more like the bust.
Yeah,
bloody.
Exactly. The beautiful, gorgeous bust.
Yeah, the Creek still has a bust here in his house.
I feel like it's torture. You have that in your house and you can't even.
Oh no, I just want to give it to Rosa. I just want her to have it. That's all. I don't care. You know, I mean, it's not hurting me at all. I got it.
We're gonna get it to it somehow.
Yeah, it's not causing me any issue. You know, I mean, it's in the box still and it's sitting off. I got it pushed off to the side where it won't be in the way. I mean, it's no big deal, but I want Rosa to have it. You know,
we all want Rosa to have it.
Yeah, we do.
We'll get it to her eventually.
Yeah,
once the sequels go ahead, they'll stop screwing around and everyone will be more communicable.
I think so. Yeah.
And so, yeah, just to I was literally at the end of what I was saying. So in summary, that's why I would encourage people like Vladdy to read the manga, because you can see, you know, both the similarities and the differences, and especially with newer fans, you can see why. Like I've always personally said that the movie completes what I call the holy trinity of the anime, manga, and live action. Because obviously, like prior to 2019, you know, I've said it before, but I'll just quickly peruse over it. I've seen the manga, seen the anime a few times. You know, cried at the end when Hugo's arm and Sharon's earring went off in the balloon and all that other jazz. But you know, I've never read the manga nor thought of even buying it. And obviously there wasn't a live action back then until 2019 came along, and then that made me, or that planted the seed of desire to search out anything and everything Alita, which included the manga. And then when I read it, it's like, oh wow, like I said, I go back to that original thing that I said about seeing what similarities there were and what differences there were, and it's just like your imagination just goes on a trip, a vacation sort of thing.
When I read the bits of the manga I was like really moved by how they adapted it, and it I just thought it really added a lot to it.
Well, it's like Maxie says, you can read the manga and it doesn't spoil the movie, and the movie doesn't spoil the manga. I mean, you know, they're faithful to each other to a degree, but they are different enough where it's not a spoiler, you know, and that's what the neat thing about it too, I think. So
agree.
Indeed.
And how many, there's so very few properties like that. I mean, the only one that's even any recent is the One Piece, for example. And you know, I haven't read the manga per se, but I have watched a good 70 to 80% of the anime. But like just using that live action adaptation as an example, they did compress quite a bit and change the storyline just ever so slightly. But the attitudes and like little Easter eggs, like it was literally like watching a civilized version of Alita. Or at the very least, when I was watching it, I was wishing myself, man, I wish we had something like this for Alita. So, but at the same time, we have the movie. So, one thing at a time. I'll put all my energy into fighting for the sequels, and then once that's done and dusted, hopefully Cameron won't. Actually, no, I take that back. I hope Cameron still continues to defend Alita because, the only reason why we probably haven't had a bad Alita adaptation is because Cameron's getting in the way. And if anyone is to get into the way of that sort of thing happening, I want it to be Cameron because you just don't fuck with Cameron's properties.
Well, that's another good thing about Rodriguez too. Rodriguez, he basically made a James Cameron movie. He did that. He did it in the style of James Cameron. So it's kind of like you got a double buffer there for that, where you're not going to get a crappy product, because you got two people that really care about the IP.
Exactly.
And
Rodriguez did such a good job making a Cameron movie. I definitely want to see him making more Cameron movies.
Yeah.
It's
Rodriguez
just so stupid for them not to let them just get on with it.
Yeah.
And for context, especially with people listening in as well, Rodriguez has gone on record saying that he loves to make his own stuff because it's he's writing it and doing it and directing it as he goes. But at the same time, don't forget that while it was a Cameron script, Robert was the one that, Guillermo del Toro introduced Alita to Cameron, but it was Rodriguez that said, so what does happen to properties like Alita? What does that? So he knew about the script, and he goes, if you're going to be working on Avatar for next good part of the next couple of decades, what's going to happen to Alita? And he is a nerd at heart, and I know that because he even wrote a foreword for like the Ninja Turtles comic that I have. That's a completely different story. I won't go into it on the stream.
The sequel, Alita, the movie, never would have happened without Rodriguez. So we're extremely thankful for Robert.
Yes.
It would have stayed in the unfinished projects limbo bin.
Yeah, just getting dust on Cameron's shelf.
Or someone else would have picked it up. Did he already have the rights to it?
Well, he had already written the script. Like, the script was already finished when the first Avatar movie was finished. And he wanted to test out the motion capture tech. And obviously, the best script to test it out on was Avatar. And because obviously that test went well, he obviously focused on Avatar from there on in. And that's where Alita got pushed to the side, sort of thing.
It's described both in the extra materials for... it's described in the book Making of Alita. I'm pretty sure it's also described in the extra materials for the Alita movie on DVD. That the reason they picked Avatar was in the book itself they picked it at random, and in the DVD materials it said that they picked Avatar because in Alita they couldn't find any scene where it was just CGI characters and the scene was relatively simple to animate. So in Alita you either have if there's just a scene that's talking and looking good, then there's a human character in it that's a live action actor, and it's just cyborgs animated, then they're fighting. So they wanted a scene that's relatively easy to animate but that's fully animated. And they couldn't find one in Alita, but there were plenty in Avatar.
What she said.
Yes. Well, I just looked up James Cameron's credits, and he's, right now Avatar 3 is in post, so that's a positive sign. They claim
he said very recently he's got 2 hours of like really busy not 2 hours, 2 years of extremely busy post production.
Yeah. But
which
now,
doesn't bode well for Alita getting some attention from Cameron. in that
well,
sense, but
well, here's
hopefully
here's the thing,
we
though.
can
I
pass
looked
it
at
off to Rodriguez.
IMDb, and they don't even have Alita 2 in development. So
Nope.
maybe he's still in the very, I guess you would call it, draft stage, of coming up with maybe a treatment or something like that. So that would be, because he did say he was working on it. So I mean, there's something going on, but it's not far along enough, I guess, that IMDb would report it as in development. So
it's probably not something that he'd bring to Disney executives saying, all right, here's what I've got so far. I know it's not much, but give me a green light, bitches, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's fair enough as well. And thanks for bringing that up, because it does remind me of a tweet post, whatever, that I responded to, saying that like in response to something Alita related, I mentioned that Cameron doesn't do anything half-assed. He won't do or say anything unless he means it, or unless he's like, going to do something about it. Similar to when Landau said, I don't want to put a time frame on it because you guys will hold it against me. Same thing. And then I went on to saying that gives even so much more credence to when James Cameron said, and I'll be working on the Alita sequels in that Forbes interview. So
yeah, and that could be that I think Maxie and I talked about this some time ago too, is that it could be that he went to Iger and said, look, this is what I want to do. And then Iger might have said something like, okay, go put it together and come back and show it to us later. And then, we'll go from there, and it's kind of like you were saying, Angelus, that, Cameron's not going to do anything half-assed. He is going to make sure he has a very good presentation to give to Iger, because he probably doesn't want to take the chance on Iger saying no. He wants to improve his odds to do that. So if he's writing a treatment right now, then he's probably really just nitpicking it to death and just making sure he's got all his I's dotted and T's crossed and stuff like that before he even thinks about taking it to present to the to Disney management.
And that's all in between the post of Avatar 3.
Yes. Yeah. Well, 4 and 5 are filming, so they claim. Some say that they've already shot a lot of that film because they had those kids that they couldn't, they didn't want to wait several years because they'd be adults by the time they got there, But and I guess they didn't want to waste the motion capture on everybody, I guess, or put it on everybody for sure. But it just seems to me that Cameron is such a meticulous developer of a project like that he's going to make sure he's got all his ducks in a row before he even starts to think about going to somebody to get it a green lit or whatever, or trying to get money or whatever he's trying to do with it, and that's just what I think. It's just my opinion. I don't have any inside information on that. It's just it's kind of similar to what you do in the business world. If you're going to make a proposal to somebody and you want to get that contract, you want to make sure that you got everything in order before you submit the contract, and that includes even punctuation and stuff like that. And I can imagine that Cameron's probably, in my opinion, he's probably of that same mindset. I want to make sure everything is exactly like I want it before I, present it. So anyway.
The worst part is if the whole email actually looks good, but the typos in the address of the person who's supposed to receive it.
Yes.
So even if it's done perfectly, just doesn't arrive or doesn't arrive on time, and it was an assignment with a deadline, and you missed it.
Yeah. Okay, well, next bullet, we got a game. We do. I mean, it's certainly a 90s game. When did that game come out? Anybody know that Martian Memory? I guess Chaos had to get off the stream, but
mid-90s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The graphics
maybe
look
it up.
Yeah. The graphics aren't, as I guess as fine as they are now, but hey,
1998, guys.
98. Okay. So
what is it, 25 years old?
Yeah, 25 years old. But it's still an enjoyable
so many
game.
legendary games came out that year. Zelda Ocarina of Time, Half-Life was out that year.
Yeah. Well, the game is entertaining. I've watched Chaos play that game many times, and he plays it, and you can read of course, when he was playing it in Japanese, you couldn't read squat. But I mean, now he's starting to play it in English. You get a better feel, and it's entertaining. It's almost like watching a series or something like that with Alita. I mean, to me, it is. Of course, they call her Gally. I don't know why in the translation they didn't call her Alita, but anyway.
Gally is closer sounding to to how the name was being pronounced in Japanese from the original version.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's because, it was originally, and I love this, originally her name was Gary. And that's my
Gally
first name.
Gally sounds like is a feminine name, but it sounds close to Gary.
Yeah.
Alita sounds nothing alike.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, though, when they translated it, for the game to kind of bring it up to speed a little bit, they probably should have not used Alita. Gally. They probably should have used Alita because there's no lip sync type stuff you do in that game. I mean, it's all text, but. Anyway, that's just my thought on that. So, and we do have merch, we got anything from, small figures that are pretty inexpensive all the way up to the Queen Studios bust, which is what, $3,000, something like that. So, and we got plushies and we got, that kind of stuff, there's artwork and that kind of thing that you can purchase on the internet. So we got that. So, if we want to get a piece of artwork, for Alita, it's there, now sometimes you have to hunt for it for sure, but yeah, you can get your hands on it. That's for sure. By the way, let's ask our artist, Matu, what is your thought about the artwork, about it being available on the internet and stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that?
I've got many thoughts about it. I think that every artwork that is made is beautiful because fan art, especially for a fandom like Alita, you're not going to make a fan art of Alita just to get popular or to get likes, because even if the fan base is big and supportive, it's not mainstream enough. Like, it won't get you popularity like if you were making a fan art of a very sexy Jujutsu Kaisen or Kimetsu no Yaiba character, Someone who makes fan art of Alita will make it by passion, because they love Alita, because they love the manga, because they wanted to, to pay tribute to it. But the type of artworks that I despise are AI generated ones. I have very, very strong negative feelings about AI that generates artworks. I am very against it, and I've seen a lot of AI artworks being retweeted and shared in the fandom, and every time it would give me the icks because it's not an artist who made it. It's someone who gave an AI prompt, and AI doesn't create anything. AI takes many things and put them together. It mashes everything together. It doesn't create. So every little elements you're going to see on an Alita fandom, on an Alita fan arts, is actually stolen from other artists. And I really, really, really dislike AI because of this. Besides, I think it steals the spotlights to actual artists, because when it comes to AI, I won't deny it. The style is beautiful because it's made to appeal, and it's made to resemble what is the most popular online. So, this very semi-realism anime stuff, very painting with a lot of colors. So, of course, it's going to appeal. It's beautiful, and I know it. But it is stealing the spotlights, and it is stealing the credit from actual artists who puts work and love into their artwork like this, who have this style or another style. And I really, really hate AI generated arts. But any other kind of fan arts is beautiful.
One thing about generated art I'd like to add is that unless someone actually knows how to tweak it, and then, okay, the art theft point still applies, but unless someone knows how to tweak it, it just turns out female cyborg with dark hair, and people already say, yep, that's Alita. But sometimes it doesn't do that. If you go on DeviantArt and look up Alita, the first results don't look like Alita. They look like someone forgot to draw in the arrow. It's a fully organic woman, an adult woman with dark hair, light skin, and a latex suit. This isn't Alita. This is Eli that someone forgot to draw an arrow on.
I completely agree with you, and I will go further than this. I'm extremely active in the cyberpunk edge runner fan arts fandom, you know. And Lucy, the main character, the one with rainbow hair, is very beautiful and extremely popular. And the number of AI-generated arts I've seen of her, like, as you said, unless the person knows how to prompt the AI, is going to look like shit. And, like, a good chunk of the Lucy AI-generated arts are just, like, cyborg-looking girl with very colorful hair, but that is not Lucy. So I exactly agree with you. I fucking hate, my God, sorry for language. I really, really, really hate AI-generated arts.
Yeah, you would never catch me using that goddamn language.
I totally get.
I don't have a strong hatred for AI art. I genuinely do. I never did. What I have a hatred for is people trying to use it for profit.
Yeah.
As in, like, literally stealing the art, putting in the art, the name of an artist, copy their style because they didn't want to work for me. So now I'm gonna steal their style for free.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
So people trying to profit from AIs that they did not create, trying to samples that they don't have no right to. And the other thing is how much of it there is on the top pages when I'm trying to look up for Alita stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if a fifth of Alita fan art was AI, I would not have a problem with it. But it's like half of it. Like, that is too much. That is oversaturation in AI.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the worst is when one of those AI bros people are like, oh yeah, it takes real work to make AI art. Like, no, shut the fuck up. It doesn't. And then they're like, yeah, but why would we pay artists when we can make it ourselves with AI? And so, or saying that they're just as much as artists as actual artists. Like, no,
that's very
what
silly.
the hell are you saying? They are stealing our jobs.
Yeah,
I
human
found
art
this
should
quote-
definitely be given a priority.
I
There's
did
no
not
question.
come up with this quote, but an AI artist is about is as good as the scripter as a microwave chef.
That's correct. That's 100% right.
The one that I did come up with, I think it's a bit less succinct, but doing but making AI generated art and then calling yourself an artist is like doing lip sync over TikTok audios and calling yourself an actor.
Oh my God, I completely agree with you.
Pretty
it's
much
fun, but it doesn't make you the expert art on the thing. There's nothing wrong with just.
I like to
doing
use like my own pictures or pictures of with Alita Space, and it makes art around that. But I would never like say that I'm an actual artist. I'm literally just punching words into a thing, and it just creates something that I like the look of. And for me, it's just like a fun hobby.
Actually, I'm not against AI in general. Like, it can be useful, but it has to be used when you have the rights to use it, and when you have the right to the material it uses, and when you use it, it has to be, some kind maybe of help. But people who plain use AI arts and then sell it, be like, I'm the artist, like, no, stop. There are a type of AI that I use. It's a voice AI. It allows you to basically clone a voice, that it be yours or any voice. You just have to enter a sample. And I admit, I'm guilty. I did it with Edwin's character because then it allows me, like, to cope and to make up things that are not in the anime. And it's funny, but here again, I do it for my own pleasure. I never claimed anything to it. I'm never even going to sell it. I'm not sure if I would publish stuff I do with it. I'm having a fun time.
Some actors state that they hate having their voice cloned, so posting it is probably like check if the actor whose voice was cloned hates that type of thing before posting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the actor I cloned is extremely quiet and has no online presence. So, but here again, I'm not even sure I would even post it. Like, I share it to my friends. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. I'm doing my little fun girl stuff in my corner. I'm doing my little coping stuff in my corner. I'm going to animate over stuff like this, but I do this for me. I don't be like, oh, look at everything I did. That's so beautiful, and then sell it. No, I do it for me. I do it because I am my own audience. I do it like for my own pleasure. Those AR artists, they're just like, and even like if you're doing AI arts, you're doing it in your corner, just like just like I do. You're doing stuff because you can't draw for shit. I mean, I dislike it, but okay, whatever. But when you post it, when you be like, this is the art I made, oh, look at it, I'm such an artist, when you're not an artist, and you belittle actual artists, like, no, just that's a no. Just go somewhere else, but not here.
Yeah. I when I do, I use AI art in some videos that I do, but what I always do is I credit the platform that I've done it on, and I do clearly state that this is AI art. This is not art.
I always tag mine with hashtag AI Alita art as well.
Yeah,
so it's always very clear if I'm doing AI shenanigans.
Well, it's like you say, Matthew, I'm not an artist, so but I guess I can put together fairly good videos, and if it's if it's pleasing to the eye, that's good, and I can edit them, but I do not sell them. I do not.
Yeah.
I don't make money on my channel. I am not monetized, so I don't make money. Yeah.
I like just making pretty pictures of Alita, and to be fair, AI makes that quite fun.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against this, but like what I got something against is when people that makes AI arts claims they are artists and stuff.
No,
here.
Yeah, we're 100% in agreement. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, I'm fine with you when people posting AI if it's not using the face or voice of someone who actively hates it. It's just when most of the fan art in a fandom is AI art, that's just
the sites, the like image sites, they have to like try and prioritize the human art better, like move it to the top of every search or something.
Actually, there's some. I'm not sure if Tumblr has one. They probably should. DeviantArt has a filter for suppress AI art or show AI art,
and it has a detector of AI arts too.
Does it? I thought you just click made with AI tools when you publish it and just checks if someone clicked that box or not.
And besides, when you post something on DeviantArt, now DeviantArt is more or less able to spot AI arts. I've got a friend.
Yeah, because the hand is really weird.
Yeah, and just in general, like some quote unquote AI artist found the loophole of hiding the hands. So I've been tricked a few times, but now I got really used to it because the style is so specific, you immediately see this is AI,
Yeah, like I'm scrolling through DeviantArt, you can see all the dodgy Alita faces, the AI ones.
Yeah, but now on DeviantArt, you are able to post one of your drawings, and DeviantArt will itself detect if it was AI generated or not. And you also have, when you post something on DeviantArt, you also have the option to tick a box that says that you refuse that DeviantArt uses your art as resources for AI.
Actually, that box you used to have to tick it, and now it's automatically ticked. So you have to actively agree to be used as for a picture to be used as a AI material instead of signing that you don't. Which I read some artists specifically only mark their worst drawings as fine to use for AI, and all the others are don't use for AI. Just the ones that they know they completely fucked up on, but they were posting anyway. Those are the only ones that AI is allowed to use.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is basically artist response of their works being used without their permissions.
Well, at least only use the bad ones. I kind of hate when people say like AI is evil. AI is the future. Excuse me, are you like out of context or in a very broad context, sir? Are we talking? You're talking about the AI that makes pictures of that makes deep fakes of presidents singing Barbie songs, or are you talking about the AI that's helping perform surgeries faster? Because last I checked, those are both AIs, but they're very different types of AIs. Which one are we talking about?
Yeah.
The thing is, actually, what I think is AI in itself isn't evil, because AI is in itself whatever AI it is, like art, voices, like whatever. AI in itself is not bad. It's not good. It's neutral. It is what we do with
Yes.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
It is a tool. Like, I had a teacher who was genuinely scared because AI is gonna the paperclip making AI that would kill humanity. Ma'am, again,
I don't
in
see that
what
happening.
world would automating the process of making paperclip, would a machine that's supposed to basically play the role of a manager at a paper chip making company suddenly create nanobots to destroy the world?
Well, I actually think that, spending a lot of most of my career in IT related, disciplines, I find the premise that AI is going to destroy the world is laughable. That's what I think it is. But who knows?
They already predicted that.
Yes,
And the
I mean,
thing is,
Terminator,
yeah,
James Cameron movie.
yeah, yeah.
There could be genuinely dangerous things with AI, and you come up with the dumbest argument possible, ma'am.
Yeah.
She was the ethics teacher.
Well, let's move on now to because I love this AI discussion. Matter of fact, this
I'm extremely thankful for all the human artists out there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But
I'm extremely thankful for all the support artists get. Really.
Yeah. Oh, when I see a piece of art that's not AI on like Twitter or say Facebook or something, I always put a little, wow, that's great, or something like that, and put a heart on it or something like that,
Yeah,
because artists really appreciate that. They want people.
We absolutely do.
You are literally the kind of people that artists love, because like even artists that gets like tons of number, etc., but the lesser you get, the more you get hit by it. When you have someone like you who just leave a random comment like, oh, that's really nice, cool, keep it up, we think about it the entire day and be like, oh my god, someone liked what I did. This is literally me.
I know some artists really like it and some really don't, but questions about the art, or like random discussions about the standard of a character, and random questions about the character in that scene. Some artists are annoyed by that, because please just enjoy the art. I didn't think what I was doing. But some artists really love it. Like the details about, oh, did you put I posted the picture of Embody that I that I posted on the Alita Discord, also to the Angel's Friends Discord, and someone was asking why he had multiple halos, and it's, thank you. Let me explain here what biochips are, but in a way that won't get me kicked from a server about a children's cartoon.
Well, I just want to say one more thing about AI, before we move on to the next bullet, is that really when you go on these sites like, Midjourney or Lexica or one of these sites, really all you're showing is that you're not an artist. What you're showing is you can describe something with text real well. That's all you're doing.
Maybe you're a good writer.
Yes, you're a good writer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I wish I had read more books so I could have better prompts for the AI.
The problem with that kind of thing is, like, when you're you're talking about books, that makes me think about that. For example, when you see those big illustration on shirts or books, etc., back in the day, you would commission an artist to draw it. But now with AI, you take the risk to actually, like, this is less job for illustrator. Like, as an animator, for now, I'm a 3D animator, and for now I am relatively safe, because even if AI can 3D animate, it's ugly as hell. So I'm safe for now, But illustrator, their job is in danger with people using AI like this.
Yeah, because it's so easy just to type in what you want and then it gives you something.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
That's also why I love channel section and Radio Chaos, because one thing that obviously I know it's like it's going off the AI back to the human artist thing, But and it does have to do with merch because I've had quite a few pieces commissioned as well.
Yeah.
But when you have like a hand-drawn fan art, it's like receiving a handwritten letter. Like, that's so rare and so out of place nowadays that, receiving a handwritten letter is like, it feels like gold because it's like, it's like a out of print baseball card or something, and
especially in a fandom that's so oversaturated by AI, because the AI saturation different fandoms is different. Like there's fandoms that have way smaller problem with this.
Well, let me show you guys some real art. Oh, you've seen already, but I want to go ahead and show it to you again. And this is this is the piece that Matu did for me, and I love this. I'm telling you, I can't
so much.
Yeah. Oh, she is
going to be fully colored in and stuff, is it?
Oh yeah, and I promise you, Matu, you when you sign, I want you to sign it too. Make sure. When you finish it, I'm gonna put this in a video.
Have a watermark or something.
Yeah, some watermark, or something like that. But
yeah, don't worry, I will do it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put this in a video, and of course I'll credit you for it too, for sure. Of course, you'll have your signature or watermark on it, so that'll do it too.
That
so
makes me happy.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that whatsoever. And another one, of course, is I guess I want to show this one. This is one that Kraken did for me. And
Kraken is such a good artist.
Yeah, she is, and I love this. And she's done other pieces for me too.
So sweet.
Yeah, she did this one live on our stream. And it was really cool. How long were we on that stream, Angelus? I don't remember. It was over 2 hours. I mean, all we did was talk about different Alita topics while she was drawing this, and and I was all too happy to pay her for this too. I mean, this is not something that I wanted her to do for me for free. I don't want that. When somebody draws something for me like this, or they produce artwork like this, it's I feel like I'm getting a bargain just getting it, no matter what I pay for it. I mean, but this is real art right here. This is not AI art. This is real. I mean. And that's kind of what I and I'm gonna put that one too. Also, once I get enough of these pieces, I'm gonna put that one as well in a video. So.
Can I share with you?
Yeah, sure.
A little.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
I have to look for it.
That's all right.
I did a little drawing a long time ago, and it's basically a little Alita saying thank you. So,
what you want? You should have there's like 6 buttons at the bottom of your screen, and one will be in English. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
that is nice.
This is something I did like a while ago.
I
need that. Have you posted it anywhere? I need to save that.
I did not, but I can send it to all of you by DM if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, put it somewhere.
I don't have a Twitter.
I know.
You got a Discord?
Discord.
Yes.
Well,
maybe Andreas can get it and send it to me.
Yeah, sure. I will just.
If he's on, I don't use Discord. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I will send it to any who wants, and then you share it. You do whatever you want with it. I drew that maybe in 2020, I think.
Well, do you mind when I put this in my video in the lower right-hand corner? Do you mind if I add text to it that says @UFO virus? Do you mind if I do that?
Oh, or not at all. You can do. Honestly, you can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
There
just
is
to make sure you get credit,
Oh, that's very nice of you. There is something I learned online, and a lot of artists would disagree with me, and I understand that. But my point of view is that whenever I post something online, I take the risk to any people taking it and making it theirs and like reappropriating what I do. And honestly, I'm all up for it. Like I posted it online. No, you do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, send
Yeah.
this to me in a DM if you don't mind, Matthew.
Can
Yeah,
I?
of
That's
course.
Matu,
that's
can
kind of the attitude I have about posting anything,
Yeah.
pictures or anything, because it's like it's on the internet. Someone's going to steal it if they really want to. Have at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Matu, can I
Angelus,
have? Oh.
Angelus, yes, you can show my old cringy video if you want.
Matu, can I have your Discord so I can ask for a certain kind of Alita related art tip?
Of course, of course. Okay.
Nice.
I give.
It's funny how only you think it's cringy, Matteo. Everybody
Yeah.
else is like, "Oh, that's so good."
Like,
Yeah,
You're
we-
like cringy.
most artists hate their old artwork. You look at it, you think it's amazing, then you look at it 2 years later and you think, wow,
Oh my God.
did
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
toddler vomit on it or was it already that bad?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was mostly talking about a video about Alita I did like a few years ago, and of course I find it cringy. It's me on it, and I know I tried to rewatch it not too long ago, and I was like, oh my god, no.
Oh, I do that with videos. Videos I've done 2 and 3 years ago. I thought it was pretty cool. Then I look at them now and say, "Oh, okay, that's watchable, but barely."
Honestly, I really would like to make videos again. This is something I would like to do.
Well, maybe you and I could collaborate on that, Matthew.
Ooh, I would not say no. Can we make
Okay.
something about iGeners?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean,
Yay!
I don't know jack shit about that, but
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it to everyone here. Watch iGeners. They come suffer with me.
Yeah, I'll collaborate with you on that. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, that would make me really happy.
Yeah.
And
Maybe do some Alita Edge Runners crossovers somehow. You could do
Oh,
like a
that's-
multi-fandom music video.
Oh, that's
That's-
honestly something I thought about was to actually draw Alita in general in the world of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes, 100%. That's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Because I love, oh my god, I live for this game.
Yeah.
You feel like you didn't want
Well,
yourself to know
this sounds like a plan to me. Let's collaborate on that. I mean, we can do it we can do that on Cyberpunk 2077. We can do that on Edge Runners. We can do it, let's do it, Matthew. I'm all up for it.
Yeah, honestly, we could make it about cyberpunk in general. This is such an underrated genre of media that is just so amazing. And speaking about cyberpunk stuff, we have, the show Captain Leatherhawk that got released not too long ago that was really, really great.
Well, I think we have a partnership that's been born right here on the stream.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Ooh.
And to even make it topic related, we all know, especially Vladi, since he never lets he's constantly reminding us, but
Yeah.
the marketing for Alita was absolute dog shit.
I don't talk about that much.
And and by extension, that also means the merch as well. And so, obviously, what do the fans do? Well, fuck you guys.
We'll make our own merch.
We'll make our own merch. We'll make our own fan arts. We'll make our own plushies, our own video edits, our own, our own crossovers. David X Lucy and Alita X Hugo.
Oh, I've done several, not crossovers, but comparisons, with Alita and other characters, and they're fun, I mean, they really are. So, okay, well, let's move on to the last one here. Well, not the last one, but, one thing I've said ever since I joined, one of the things that actually convinced me to get in the Alita Army, because I mean, I right off the bat, I met Maxie and Dan and Angelus, early on. And, to me, what struck me was that the Alita Army it's not just that it's a positive fandom, which it is. It's a very positive fandom. But to me, it strikes me as more than a fandom. It's more like a extended family. That's kind of the way I see it. I mean, we all have different views about different things. Because I know certainly well, I sure get my ass in trouble on politics a lot on Twitter. but it doesn't matter what our opinions are about other things, in life or whatever. All of us want to support Alita. We all want that sequel or sequels.
Yeah.
And that right there is the unifying factor for all of us. You know, that no matter what our political persuasion, what our cultural mores are, what any of that stuff is, what our language is, it doesn't matter. We all love Alita, and we want to see that succeed. And that is the overriding factor for us. To me, that makes us very much like a family. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, that's just my take on it.
Exactly. Yes, I'm grateful for my Alita family.
I completely
Hashtag.
agree with you too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you all. Hashtag Alita Army for life.
Oh yeah.
I like
Love yous all.
I like it makes me reminds me of that theme, wrong word, meme of what's his face is I don't have friends, I've got family.
Yeah.
And I reword that, at least in my head anyway. It says I'm not involved in the fandom, I'm involved with the family.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's one side of it. I forget where I was going with the other half of that. I'll get back to it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, Kran and Rido and I consider them almost like brother and sister, you know. I mean, to me, you know, I mean, we hit it off. Our very well, yeah, she's married. They are both married, but still,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it's like we're related just because we have that in common.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And the very first time I met them, you know, it was at a little brew pub there in Gastonia, North Carolina. We hit it off immediately. I mean, it was pretty cool, you know, because we all have the same. All three of us had the same objective, you know, for Alita. We want Alita to succeed, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. Like Matu does and Kran and Channel is involved in other fandoms. That's okay. That's not a problem. You know,
Totally
you can have
fine.
you can have other interests. That does not matter whatsoever, you know, but all of us want Alita to succeed. That's what we all want. So
yeah, and once we get more Alita stuff, the people, you know, more people will be pushing for Alita.
You bet.
So obviously, Edge Runners is getting lots of stuff. You know what I mean? So,
well, Matu and I are going to work on that. I promise. We're gonna get that going. You know, so
now remember.
I'm incredibly happy that when I was saying that I cannot find people with a crossover section between Alita and whatever fandom other fandom I'm in, finally found someone who's both read Alita and is an Angel's Friends fan. So I can finally talk about that crossover with someone instead of having it mull over in my brain because I'm never going to write it myself.
Yes. Well, I've done crossovers of Alita with Thanos, Darkseid, you know, and Ultron and stuff like that, you know, and it works out pretty good, you know. I mean, you can edit that video to, I mean, certainly you look at the background in both videos will be different, but you can see the interaction, you know, and it works, you know, and they're fun to do, that's for sure, you know.
So yeah, now remember, I've always had the, I guess, attitude or saying that, you know, your energy or your time, your resources are better spent focusing on what you love about something as opposed to what you hate about it. And that goes for whatever you're focused on or what someone else is focused on. Like, for example, you know, while I don't personally like anything about Captain Marvel, and like I'm only using this as an example, you know, I'd rather focus on what someone else loves about Captain Marvel than what I hate about it, sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And to bring it back to Alita, that's what I love about the Alita Army is that, you know, like Creaky said, doesn't matter what differences that we have, it doesn't matter what might seem like it could divide us, we always focus on what unites us, which is obviously Alita.
Yeah, it's literally like how much the power of love that Alita managed to get from people is just unreal.
Yeah.
So it is like a family. We're all like, we all love her like a family, and we're all connected to her in that way, and it brings us all together. It's beautiful, really. Let's hope it has a happy ending.
We're gonna get that happy ending. I'm telling you, it's kind of like Maxie says. I'm not going to live in a universe that doesn't have an Alita sequel in it. So
right on.
Yeah,
I have to ask who's making the presentation for tomorrow.
that'd be Creaky's making the presentation, but
can I ask, like, on Discord something? Which couples are there? Because like, if I suggest a topic, can I know which couples are there so I can prepare beforehand?
Well, I guess that's something I got to work on, I guess, because I'll probably only come up with a couple, but we'll have like something like a, kind of a general category thing, a separate slide.
Well, I can send you a few that I already have in my mind that are like semi-canon.
Okay, you're
on the most PG-13 like ships possible.
I saw someone on Reddit asking if Ido and Ixchiren was controversial. It was okay to write fanfic about it.
Oh, I'm going to have Ido
That's acceptable.
And someone underneath wrote that this is probably the safest ship in this entire fandom.
Yes.
We can tolerate that.
I mean, Ido and Shiren were canonically together, so
like, this is one of the safest ships in the entire franchise, and they were asking if this is okay. Like, this is adorable, but
yeah.
Okay,
Alita and John Wick. I'd say Alita and Johnny Silverhand, same actor.
Well, the thing about Alita and John Wick.
I'm pretty sure I saw Alita and Naruto.
That wouldn't be a ship. That would be more
one of the
like
Alita clones, Naruto.
Well, Alita and John Wick would not be a ship. It would be more of a crossover, I think. That's just what I think. I don't know.
Oh, that's just because you're a coward.
Yes.
Like, sometimes characters just genuinely do not ship. Again, I still see Remray and Malachi as friends the more I think about it, but they would not be a relationship because both of their approaches to relationships are just nah.
Well, we did.
That's a waste of life.
We did a stream on Radio Chaos some time back about Alita and Zapan being in a relationship. We called it Alita Pan. Remember that, Maxie? You know what though? We made it work. I mean, in a kind of an alternate universe type of thing.
If you tweak everything far enough, anything could work.
Yeah.
Exactly. First, and the worst is that it is a ship that did cross my mind a few times when I was reading the manga. I was like, maybe in an alternate universe, because actually it made the right way. It could work really well, and I love Zapan so much.
Let's defer this until tomorrow's stream on Radio Chaos. We don't want to get into the ships here because that's.
I am currently drawing Alita and Lou in bed. There is no nudity. There is no nudity. There is no nudity because it might be posting this. So probably won't be posting it, but there is no nudity just in case.
Bro, channel, you need to add me on Discord because oh my god, I could talk about shipping stuff forever.
That's why I asked. That's also why I asked.
Come on the stream tomorrow and do it.
Come on, Matto.
I will be there. And channel, I gave you in the private chat. I gave you my Discord.
Matto.
Okay, thank you.
Matto, I'm going to send you a link for tomorrow's.
Perfect.
Stream. Yeah,
I will be ready.
Okay.
How do you
ship
so rarely people? Okay.
Well, folks, the producer of this stream wants to move along. So because I love the conversation because I could go for hours talking about various Alita things for sure, but I wanted to kind of end up on we had this particular slide up about 6-7 months ago, I guess, of how the Alita Army can support our effort to get a sequel. And here they are, and every time you see a social media tweet or a post or something like that,
I put it in and it doesn't show anything. It just such profiles.
Well, retweet that thing or put a comment on it, put a heart on it, like it. That's going to drive some more people to see it. For sure. Certainly one thing I do, and of course we do at least on Radio Chaos as well, and other people like Chaos, we do videos, but if anybody, and Chaos and I have both said this, if anybody out there in the chat or any of us here, if you want to start a stream, I will help you. I'll come on your stream and we can talk about how to set it up, or we can have a little, meeting, say on on Google Meet or something like that, you know, and then I will help you. And Chaos made that same offer. If you want to start streaming, we will help you. Okay. Artwork, and certainly you know, Matu, and I think Chandler, you do some artwork too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Vladi.
I occasionally post it on Discord.
Okay, yeah. Well, and Vladi, you know, Vladi does mostly the Alita, Hot Toys Alita and stuff like that. But you know, put that stuff on social media. Tweet that thing out. You know, when you put something together. Now, I think Vladi does most of his stuff now on Instagram, and that's all right. You know?
I post now and then across platforms. Okay.
But you know, put it on there. Don't be ashamed of what you do, even if it's AI. You know, now, you know, I it's kind of like Matu and Chandler were saying a while ago.
Just don't post 50 just don't post 50 unpolished AI pictures next to each other.
Yeah, well, you meant like in the 4 squares or something. Yeah, don't do that. That's ugly, you know. But what I'm saying is, if you put something together for Alita, post that sucker. You know, I mean, don't be ashamed of it. You are expressing yourself to the rest of the, you know, to the Alita Army for sure, but even to the other folks that aren't in the Alita Army. And that fourth one, of course, that's going to be Vladi's baby right there. Vladi and Alex Lita do this a lot. You know, they do a lot of photos and stuff for Hot Toys Alita, and they're all very good, you know.
Yeah. Did you see the new motorball outfit?
Yes, I did.
The one I set up on last week's stream. That was pretty nice.
Yes, it was. And buy and read the manga. You know, just do that. You know, I mean, it's a really nice read. I mean, you know, it's not like reading a novel. You know, I mean, it's got a lot of description and stuff like it, but it's also got some really nice artwork. Kishiro did a superb job on being able to depict, you know, various situations that Alita is in. Like, for instance, when she fights and she's on the motorball track, or she's fighting in the Zod or something like that. The way he draws it, you really get that sense that Alita is moving, you know, and it's really outstanding, you know. Certainly watch the streams. Now, you know, certainly I'm going to plug Radio Chaos in the Alita live stream for sure, you know, but there are other folks doing some streaming out there. Chaos does some streams from time to time, you know. Watch them, you know, I mean, get on there, and because if you drive up the audience on that's just going to drive up the algorithm's going to see that, drive that up and present it to other, you know, people on YouTube, for instance, or TikTok or something like that. Writing letters and tweeting to Disney. Now, writing letters is a little bit different, you know. Certainly they would probably be more apt to read a letter that's written to them, perhaps. I think, in my opinion, and maybe Vladi, you're an expert on this. What tweeting at Disney, I'm not sure how much if they just ignore it, you know, maybe they do. But
they don't see any of it.
Well, here's the thing. Well, Disney does have a social media monitoring group, that's for sure. You know, if they see anything that says, you know, if you're tagging Disney, or they are going to see that.
They'll keep an eye on it, but they'll just like. So they are aware of it, but it's just obviously in the grand scheme of things, it's not making much difference.
Well, here's an example. You know, every day, a guy named Tony Hughes, who lives in Ireland, he says, "Good morning, Creek." He does this every day, and I always respond to him, and I say,
"How does he do it every day? Does he have it set it up automated?"
I don't know if he does or not, but I know he does it every day. And he says, hope you have, like today, he had like fantastic Friday today. And we need to get those Alita sequels, you know, or something like this. And I always respond to that. I put a heart on it and respond to it. And I say, I hope you have a fantastic Friday as well, you know, and Disney will green light the Alita sequels, you know, and I'll put a picture on it, you know.
Yeah, I love your enthusiasm just never wavers.
Well, it's another way of just keep pounding Disney. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Just keep making noise wherever you can.
Doing it, you know, just do it. I mean, it doesn't take anything, because I mean, what I do is I have a Word file, a Microsoft Word file that has that particular tweet in it. It's got a little blank in there, and then I just copy and paste a little piece like Fantastic Friday out and paste it in that. and then I just attach a photo to it and tweet it. I mean, it doesn't take me, 10 seconds to do that, but it's just another way to keep the information out there on the internet, that just, people see that. I am so sure. Now, I know James Cameron doesn't get on Twitter that much probably, but he's probably aware that the Alita Army is active on various platforms on social media. I'm so sure he is, and I know Robert Rodriguez is, because you remember we did that one video for the Gods of the Show where he actually, this one person said they had seen Alita 119 times or something like that. And he tweeted that out, and Robert Rodriguez, replied to him. He said, man, that is great dedication. Thanks, amigo, or something like that. He's aware that we're doing this. So let's keep making them, let's continue to make them aware that we're doing this. And of course, participating in any campaign that we do. I mean, that's right now we got the Hero Arm campaign going on, but we've had others, that we do not pocket any of that money. That money all goes for that, whatever that campaign is, every dime of it. And it's like the last campaign we had some money left over. We just took that over and put it in the bank account. We're going to use that toward this campaign. That's kind of what we're doing with that. So, and when I say participate, I don't mean you got to give $1,000 to the campaign. If you just retweet this stuff, you're doing your part, So anyway.
On that note, don't forget that there was also another fan that met John Landau in person and got him to sign his Alita Steelbook Blu-ray.
Ah,
and
yeah.
he said, thanks for being a fan. See?
Yeah.
So the big three, all three of them are aware of it. I mean, Landau said it himself years ago. So like we're very aware.
Of course, remember when he was back in Los Angeles that one time.
Yeah.
And then he saw our advert in the LA Times.
Yeah.
He knows that we're still going. And he obviously knows we're waiting for Disney to officially announce it.
Yes, he does.
Come on, guys.
Well, he said, remember what he said? Keep it up, Alita Army. Way to go. I mean, know. And of course, once again, Rosa knows we're here. I mean, she knows we love her. She knows we want that sequel. I mean, that's
all the position, all the pieces are in place. We're just waiting for Disney to give in.
Well, Rosa, she gives us a shout out damn near every interview she does of some kind. Like what's up, Army? That was cool. I love that. So. Okay, any other thoughts, guys? We're kind of running a little over here, but that's all right.
I've got to head to bed soon.
All right.
Just simply thankful for just like I said at the beginning, that the movie is what completed the Holy Trinity, as I like to call it, and it just brought everything together in perfect alignment or harmony. And it's as an added bonus, the fandom came along with it, because once people started taking aim and trying to take pot shots at it, that's when the Alita Army was born and started to fire back.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there we grew and to what we are now, and 4 years later, I'm thankful now as I was at the beginning, and I'll be just as thankful, if not more so, in 4 years' time, 10 years' time, however long it takes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all know that Creaky's going to be alive by the time it happens, but I just hope that I'm alive when by the time it happens.
Well, I think
can happen. They've got to hurry up.
Or Maxie too, because
that's one reason I work out so hard, because I know I want to I want to make sure I keep it going, until I see that Alita sequel, and then I'm still going to keep going because I want to see the trilogy, and then I want to see series, and I want to see more anime and stuff like that. So
don't want much, do you?
What's that?
Don't want much, do you?
No, I don't.
We just want more Alita. That's so much to ask.
Yeah. I want six.
Bob.
I want 6 movies. That's what I really want, and a series and anime. I want all of that shit. I just do. But
I want it all.
Yeah.
Everything else is so much worse than the Alita sequels could have been.
Yeah.
And will be.
Okay, so I want to wrap this up. Matu, any final thoughts?
No, not really. No final
Okay.
thoughts.
Yeah,
Just
none
that
of
it
us are American, so we don't even do Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah. I'm
you
still
are.
thankful
Yeah.
for meeting nice people and having
Yeah.
such a nice time in the fandom, because as you said earlier, the Alita fandom has to be the most wholesome fandom I've ever been in. And trust me, I've been in plenty. The Edge
Yeah.
Runners fandom is extremely wholesome and kind too, but the Alita Army feels like, as you said, a big giant family.
Yes.
Mm.
I'll come to you last, Angelus. Vladi, any thoughts? Last thoughts?
Not really. I'm just extremely thankful for this fandom. I'm totally getting into this American spirit now. Thank you to everybody. I love you all.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and Maxie, any final thoughts?
Yeah. I love this time of year. I'm very thankful for Black Friday sales because it saves me a lot of money. I've been sitting here setting up my new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, so having a lot of fun with that.
Cool.
Oh, and I'm thankful for my new job, which I just finished 2 weeks at.
Oh, that's right.
Cool.
Nice.
That's good.
Congratulations to Matu and
Congrats.
Maxie. They both have new jobs. That's excellent. So
Yeah, but my contract is almost finished, so I will have to look for another job after that. Yes.
but
well, I
get
just
one.
started my job and I've been asked to stay, because apparently the people who've taken up this job in the past, has been like 4 of them, and they've all left pretty quickly. And the woman I'm working with is like, I'd really appreciate it if you could hang around for more than 5 months. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry. I'll be right.
That's the plan. Yeah. Cool. Channel, any last thoughts?
I love this fandom, and I still. Do you ever check your Discord? Because just you.
I need to. I don't get on Discord that often, but I will, and I'll connect with you on that too, Channel, so I can also send you links. So, are you Channel does not exist also on Discord?
No, I sent you to twice, and I put already my handle in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Let me look at that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. All right. I will connect you on Discord. I'll definitely do it. I should get on Discord more often. I think I will start doing that. Okay, Angelus, any last thoughts?
Just the whole package, the beginning, the journey, the destination, the story, the character, the people that I've met through the way. I'm just grateful for the whole package.
Yes.
And like, I too have been involved in other fandoms. I too love other IPs, Broly and Dragon Ball Super, the Ninja Turtles, by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. But for Alita to have such an impact, I feel like I'm quoting Shirin here. But Alita to have such an impact in such a short amount of time, oh dear, is just like it blows me away each time I stop and reflect on it, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my final thoughts are that I'm happy to be in the fandom, and I'm probably the oldest person in the fandom, but that's okay. But yeah, I never thought at my age, I never thought I'd get back in another fandom. I was in the Star Trek fandom, and that was a good fandom, but yeah, it's 30 years ago. So, hey, I've had a ball doing this, and I love pumping out those videos because I want that damn sequel, and I love doing this stream, you know, and I love doing the Radio Chaos stream too, you know. And it's as long as we have fun doing this, folks, this is not going to be a chore. We just keep doing it. If it's fun, just do it. It's no big deal. You know, just keep hammering them. You know, it's kind of like my dad says, you want to drive a nail in a piece of wood, you just keep hitting the bastard till it goes in. So there you have it, you know.
And hope it doesn't bend, because then it's a bastard.
That's right. And as you can see there, Alita there in that center image there, you know, she does love her Uncle Creek. Yeah, and that's because he wants that sequel, because she wants that sequel, you know. And if you have a problem with that, take it up with her. Yeah. So there you have it. So, okay. Anyway, this is our queen right here, and this is where the ooh-woo begins, I guess. Yeah, Rosa is #1 in the Creeks book, man. I'm telling you. And she's #1 in all of our books, I'm sure, at least in the top 3, I would say. So, you know, she's not only pretty, which she is, you know, but she's a great actress, man. I mean, and that's something I'm thankful for, too, is that she got Alita, you know, because that, her skills, acting skills, are to me second to none. I also want to give shout outs to Elle Lamont and Jesse Fisher. You know, they brought Screwhead to life, and I want Screwhead to be in the sequel as well. I want Screwhead to be on Alita's motorball team when she takes on Joshagan, you know. So you know, all 3 of these ladies are really good at what they do, you know. Certainly Rosa and Elle are excellent actresses. They're also producers too. They're not just, you know, they're not just actors. You know, they actually make things happen in terms of building or making movies. And Jessie Fisher is Elle said, Jessie Fisher is the most badass stunt woman she's ever worked with. So, you know, all 3 of these ladies are very, very good at what they do. And as a Creek also says every week, it sure don't hurt that they're pretty, you know, because they are. So anyway, that's that. Tomorrow, with Maxie, who are you or Angelus going to be the host on this?
We're still thumb wrestling about it.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you're not.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Sorry.
Yeah, something. Yeah, we used to say that here in the States 2 years ago. Yeah, I guess it's universal. Yeah, but Maxie, I wouldn't fight Angelus in terms of a karate type fight. You might not win that one. So
I might not. That's true.
Yeah.
No, it's more the level of ooh in this one's reasonably high, which is why Angelus threw his hand up for it.
Ah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, Angelus, you're becoming synonymous with the word ooh, I think, in terms of Alita or Rosa. I think that's just the way it happens, man. Angelus is our official ooh master. That's what he is. So
ooh sensei.
That's right. The ooh sensei, like Maxie, is the Alita Army Pope. And I don't know what Creek is. He's probably just the 8,000-year-old power lifter, I guess. So
yeah.
So anyway, join us tomorrow, Radio Chaos. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about this. We're going to go over a lot of different relationships, you know, between various people in the Alita multiverse, and it's going to be people and cyborgs in the Alita universe or multiverse, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
And make sure you put Alita X Lu in there for who was it? Was it Chen or Matt who was drawing that? On stream.
Yeah,
that's channel. That's not me. That's channel.
Yeah.
So channel, are you gonna be there tomorrow?
Yes, that's why I was asking multiple times Creek of whether he checks his Discord, because I don't have Twitter. I was gonna send him a list of canons.
I am gonna
almost canon.
I am going
to.
I'm going to connect with you on Discord. I promise you, I will do that. So, a matter of fact, after I get off stream, we'll do it. And by the way, in the private chat, Matu, is that your Discord handle as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll connect with you there too. Although you and I can DM each other on Twitter, but that's all right.
Yeah, honestly, you have more chance to reach me faster on Discord because I check Twitter every day, but I'm literally never offline off of Discord. So
yeah.
I'd say
You
that's
will
very
love-
unhealthy, but I kind of also relate.
Okay, Alejandro Camargo, I'm gonna tell you something, pal. I got 61 in the rearview mirror. So you're not even close. So
Alejandro, Creaky crushes you by more than a decade. So
yeah, that's
stand back.
right. Yeah, no, that's okay. Alejandro's he's a good compadre. That's what he is. So I'm a very young 74, you know, and if you don't believe it, go look at some of my weightlifting videos because I beat people half my age. So anyway,
You're 74?
Yeah.
I thought you were like 50 or something.
I thought he was in his late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
He's
my
physically
god.
in his 60s.
I
He's so
definitely knew
fit
he was
and
older
and
than
mentally in his
50s and
teens.
60s.
He's properly a cyborg.
Yes. Well, that's like I was telling Alejandro. I got 61
Never
in
gonna
the
age.
rearview mirror. As a matter of fact, before we get off, I have to tell another story here, another creek story. I was lifting weights with some of my mountain boy buddies back in North Carolina, you know, and they're one of them was like 35 and the other one was 21 and another one was like 18 or something like that. And I'm lifting with these guys. Now, this is about 5 years ago, maybe. And this guy was in there and he was like, you know, he was on the treadmill and doing some stuff. And we got through lifting. He comes up to me, you know, and he said, man, that's pretty good that you lift weights with these young guys, you know, it's that you can do that, you know. And I said, yeah, it keeps me young, you know. And he says, well, wait till you get my age, you won't be able to do that anymore. And I said, well, how old are you? And he said 60. And I just laughed, you know, and I said, man, I got 60 in the rearview mirror. So anyway.
Absolute Chad.
Yeah. Yeah. Chad.
Yeah, Creaky's the goat.
I might be a goat, but not in the way I was called an old goat one time, but that's another story. Okay, so anyway, why is this image here? Well, that image is there because the creek likes it, and the creek is running the stream. So you know that's where that is. And to paraphrase Grishka, I am only here for our girl and the Alita Army. And of course, all of us in the Alita Army are only here for our girl. You know, we want that sequel for our girl. That's what we want. And Disney, God damn it, give it to us. We want that sequel. So on that note, I guess the only thing left to do is to do the call to action. And that would be on my count of 3. And that would be 1, 2, 3. Film the sequel, baby. All right, so we will see you next week on the Alita live stream, and we'll see you tomorrow on Radio Chaos. So have a good day or night, depending on where you are.
Good night, guys.
Morning
Bye.
for me. It's like
Yes.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
2 a.m. over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
hit afternoon here.
Cool. Bye.
What's up, Alita Army? This is Hot Toys Alita, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Alita livestream. Please join my Uncle Creek, Angelus, and our other guests for next week's show. Remember, I do not stand by in the presence of evil, and film those sequels, baby. See you next time.